Hey everyone, how's it going? My name's Tyler, Big Blue Shampoo. Everyone, well, not everyone, a lot of people still think that OBJ getting traded is a possibility. Now, of course, it's a possibility. Anyone on a contract in the NFL can get traded. Um, there are certain contracts that I don't know. I think that there's certain contracts where players have a say in being traded. I know Eli Manning was on one at one point. I don't know if he's still on one or a similar kind of contract. But that's the way it works. But we're not really talking about that. So people still think that OBJ is going to get traded. In fact, a lot of news articles are reporting it like he is getting traded, like he's on the trading block, which is not true. Um, I think what I would say is stop reporting bullcrap. If you're a news writer, um, you can report it as a rumor. The truth is, a rumor isn't even what it is. It's simply not letting go of a narrative. Um, I guess news is slow right now for the New York Giants. Not much is going on besides Landon Collins' situation and constantly talking about drafting Dwayne Haskins in the draft. Like how many articles are you going to write about Dwayne Haskins in the draft? Seriously. I mean, I know these guys get paid. They got to write articles, but I don't know. Do something else. How many articles are you going to write about OBJ getting traded over the course of the past 3 years before you realize it's not going to happen? I don't think it's ever going to end. But for you people who think it's going to happen, I want to know, what's your reason? What's your reason? Why do you think the Giants might trade OBJ? What makes sense to you? I'll tell you some things I've heard. Draft capital. So they're thinking they're going to get like 2 first-round picks, 5 third-round picks, 18 seventh-round pick. Like they think they're going to like build their entire draft around OBJ trade. First of all, it's not really the way it works. Because when you trade a player like that, you're also trading away his contract, which is a big, big, big contract. You got to find the right team that would take on a contract like that. Also, you got to be able to. So like, here's the thing. You trade OBJ. Who plays in his place? Sterling Shepard? Okay. That doesn't change the fact that when you trade OBJ, you're leaving a big, huge, ginormous hole the size of one of the best, most dynamic wide receivers in football on your roster. That's a big hole to fill, and it is a hole. No matter if you have Evan Ingram I don't know. People say move him over to wide receiver. I don't buy it. Or move Sterling Shepard up, or I don't know. They're thinking draft another wide receiver. That's the thing I don't understand. So you're gonna get rid of one player. You're gonna trade one away just so you can get a different one. You don't know if it's gonna be good or not. The fact is, when you draft a player, you're taking a risk. You are taking a risk. You don't know if they're going to be good at that next level. There's some players that you could be really sure of, like Saquon Barkley, but it's still not a sure thing. OBJ being good in the NFL is a sure thing. He has been good for the 5 years he's been in the league. And a notion that he hasn't been good is false, and you're kidding yourself if you don't think OBJ is at least a top 10 wide receiver, more practically a top 5. So you trade him away for draft picks. So you have all these draft picks, most of them probably second-day draft picks, maybe a first round, probably a first rounder. You probably at least want a first-round pick. So you're going to have all those, and you're going to take all these risks on players when you already have one of the best players on your team. You're going to trade him away so you can get more players? Why? That's not how team building works. You build your team around your best players, always, 100% of the time. Landon Collins is staying on the Giants. There's no reason for them to let him walk. He's one of the best. He is the best player on their defense. They're gonna. You want. So say your defense sucks, we're not talking about Landon Collins. So say your offense sucks, which it really doesn't. The Giants' offense doesn't suck. If you think the Giants' offense sucks, then you didn't watch last year. But say that it does suck. Say that the offense sucks. Is OBJ the reason it sucks? No. If you think OBJ is the reason that it sucks, then you're an absolute lunatic. OBJ is the best player on that offense. Maybe Saquon Barkley at this point, but he's certainly, a close second to Saquon Barkley. Let's just assume he is your best player on your offense. Because, Saquon Barkley, he's running back, obviously he might be even the best player on the team. But the case can certainly be made for OBJ. So let's say OBJ is the best player, which, like I said, case could be made. You're gonna trade him away. So let's not skip over that. Let's not skip over that. You trade him away, right? You trade OBJ away. Now you have a hole to fill on offense. A big hole, a big giant hole, a big hole at wide receiver. You trade OBJ away, you don't have a wide receiver that can fill his void. You just don't. You have Sterling Shepard, and he could be a number one guy, but he's not going to play like OBJ can. He is not going to play like OBJ can. Cody Latimer. Who else? Corey Coleman. I don't know. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Like, so you get OBJ. What are you going to do? Go to free agency? There's other needs that the Giants have. Why would you create a need for the Giants? You see how there's holes in that logic? Okay, let's move on to the next thing because I think I debunked that. So you never want to make a move that's going to make a hole in your team. Unless the player's giving you problems like Antonio Brown. Which brings me to my next point. The narrative that OBJ is a problematic player. I really don't want to go into this. I'll just say this. OBJ is not causing the problems. Even if he is causing problems in the Giants, he's not causing the problems that Antonio Brown has been causing. He's not causing the division. He's not causing the lack of loyalty that has been caused by Antonio Brown on the Steelers. That's why the Steelers, they don't want to get rid of Antonio Brown because he's a prolific player. But he forced their hand, and that's what he wants, obviously. OBJ is not the same way. OBJ likes playing on the Giants. He's critical of the Giants. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. He's emotional. He is who he is. And I don't want to, guys, because I'm a really big OBJ fan. I don't want to, if I talk about this, I'm going to be extremely biased. I don't think him being emotional is a bad thing. That's another question I want to ask you. How's that a bad thing? It's a distraction? How's that a distraction? Also, everyone's saying OBJ doesn't care about winning. Doesn't care about winning? If he doesn't care about winning, then why is he being emotional? He still gets 100 yards a game. So if all he cares about is stats, he gets his stats. Why is he still emotional? Why is he still, acting out on the sidelines when they're losing? The reason he's emotional, like he could have 120 yards in a game. If the Giants are losing, he's upset. He doesn't give a crap about stats. He knows he's the best player on the Giants. He knows he's one of the best wide receivers in the league. He's got a contract to prove it. If a player is as passionate as OBJ, in my eyes, you got to keep him on the team. And honestly, that's not really a factor. Now, that brings me to my next point. Dave Gettleman said we did not sign OBJ to trade him. Now, it's kind of a blanket statement. But I will say this. When a team signs a player to a 5-year contract worth $95 million, there's only one reason why they would do that. And that reason is because they want them on their team for a long time. They want them on their team for a long time. Right? So they're not going to let him go. They're not going to let OBJ go unless crap really hits the fan somehow, like something stupid happens, like OBJ gets in trouble, which isn't going to happen. And now that people still talk about that drug video, the drug pizza video, which is, is totally vague, totally, nobody even knows for sure what happened in that video. It surfaced years after it happened. Can you imagine? Now OBJ is a person. He is a person with feelings, with a life, with problems. Everyone's got them, with demons, with things that he's got to deal with, things that he regrets. Can you imagine if one of your mistakes surfaced? You're famous. You're in a big market like New York, and one of your mistakes surfaces, and now everyone's talking about it. Now none of those people really understood what happened, but you know what happened, and you know what you've been doing to help yourself and move past it. And then you move past it. It made you better as a person. Now I'm not assuming it made him better as a person, but I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying, if that happened to him, how do I know he didn't learn from that already? And then like 4 or 5 years later, it resurfaces, and now everyone's talking about it like it makes OBJ some bad person. You don't know. You don't know what happened about that. Guys, the fact is, OBJ's not getting traded. Now, I saw this one guy. He had on his Twitter, he said, OBJ's getting traded. Get used to it. How ridiculous of a statement is that? It sounds like you are the one that needs to be getting used to the idea of OBJ not getting traded, because Dave Gettleman explicitly said we did not sign him to trade him. And I kind of had a little conversation with the guy. I think he was pretty receptive to what I had to say, because I like talking to people on Twitter. I try not to be, one of those a-holes that is like, oh, what are you smoking? I didn't say anything like, oh, what are you smoking? Are you on drugs? People are idiots who say that. And I got a lot of that when I was talking about Evan Ingram being, better than Zach Ertz, which I probably deserved it. But I was talking to that guy, and I just asked him, why is it a good idea? Why is it a good idea? And he said, well, you got to think of it, maybe two first round draft picks. You get rid of OBJ, and then I was like, okay, but you get those draft picks. But now you have another hole. Now you have another hole. So I don't understand I don't understand the logic, first of all, and second of all, maybe more importantly, is it's just not happening. They signed him to a $95 million deal over 5 years so that they could keep him on the team. They're going to keep him on the team. I do not want to see OBJ go. The fact is, I'm not going to see him go because he's probably going to finish his career with the Giants. Now it is. Now I will say it is funny, and I hate that I can't make these videos in under 15 minutes. But I just have so much to say, and I ramble a lot. I apologize. I appreciate you guys watching the whole videos. Not that many of you do watch the videos. I think it's hilarious how anything OBJ says, anything that happens, everyone's like, "Oh yeah, he's coming to the Patriots." Oh yeah. It's so funny to me. The Giants are not trading OBJ. I promise you. The only reason I'm talking about this right now is because it is annoying. Because I follow Giants news like meticulously. I follow Giants news absolutely meticulously. Meticulously. And when all I see is these headlines, oh, OBJ, five landing spots for OBJ. I could tell you the 5 landing spots for OBJ. Giants, 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 and Giants. He's locked in. He's got a big, huge contract that he's got to get out of the way before he's on another team. The Giants aren't trading him. They already said he's not trading him. There's no reason for them to trade him. There's no logical reason to do it. Unless an offer like is absolutely mind-blowing. Like, pretty much their entire draft class for the next 2 years. Like that type of mind-blowing. And we knew we were gonna get like a good wide receiver in return. Like the Texans gave us DeAndre Hopkins or something. Like seriously, it makes no logical sense. But I'm done with this video, guys. I'll have more to talk about. I'll probably see you tomorrow. As things keep going, I'm gonna do more stuff on the draft. I'm probably gonna talk about free agency. I might even do a video kind of like talking about what I think the Giants should do over the course of the whole offseason. And I'm going to keep, doing my research on these draft prospects, seeing what I think. My opinion's going to develop. I know my last video I said I really don't know what they're going to do, but that might change. I usually lock in on an answer, and I do my prediction right before the draft happens. So the Combine is tomorrow. I'll probably do something on the Combine tomorrow. Guys, have an excellent day. Thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And make sure you check in for the next one. Thank you.